Hi, this is Tim of the 1916 Company. Welcome and thanks for logging on. If you love this watch, email me, Team Mosso at the1916company.com for purchase pricing and availability questions concerning this watch. And this watch is one I have not seen for a long time. Originally launched in 2008, this is the Glashutte Original PanoMatic Counter XL. It is a flyback chronograph, but it has a unique counter system that can be used for tallying laps or repetitions. It's a unique system in that it's completely separate from the movement, although it's considered to be part of the caliber. It doesn't depend on the operation of the time-telling or chronograph functions. You can add, you can subtract, you can even zero it out. And if you wish, you can jump straight to 99 by going backwards. So it's a fascinating system that gives you a tallying function alongside a classical flyback chronograph. It is a big watch. In steel, 44 millimeters in diameter. You can see it's 16.4 millimeters thick from lug tip to lug tip, 51.6 millimeters with a 20 millimeter spacing between the lugs. Technically, because the counter is part of the movement, this is going to be a 584-piece movement, and that makes it one of the most complicated watches that I will review this month. There's a lot going on here, but it's not hard to understand, and it's actually not that hard to wear. I believe you can wear this if your wrist is my size or larger, so 16 centimeters circumference and up. The further I get away, the more perspective you have of my arm and my hand, the better this actually looks. And yeah, I do think you could wear it on my wrist size. Though it's not terribly thin, it should fit underneath jacket cuffs because of the slope of the bezel. Taking a look at the strap, really no expense was spared here. Large symmetrical, very large symmetrical rectangular scale alligator leather. Semi-gloss, you can see some stuffing or bolstering to give it thickness. We've got an edge that's folded. We've got calfskin on the bottom, no crimping, no gouging. Glashutte Original, factory strap. American alligator, but calf on the bottom. Full folding clasp with twin trigger release, a rare feature on a Geo watch. And you can see right here we've got a little ceramic spring-loaded pin snap, so that part will remain snappy and never become loose or ropey with time. And then we've got twin trigger release here. This is not friction fit, and that's probably because of the weight of the watch. You want to have something that is a fail-safe against accidental deployment, so you have to press not one, but both these triggers to open it up. And you can see it comes from Brogioli in Switzerland. Externally, you can see we have a combination of satin and polish, and then inside there's Media Blast. The case is simple. We've got stepped lugs. They're not quite as dramatically notched as a Longa. And then on the chronograph side, we have oval style pushers that are smooth on their outer faces. And on the counter side, we have a little bit of a texturing here. This is the reset, and then if you look at the chaptering here, this is where you add, and then this is where you subtract. And so you can also count down. If, for example, you need to run, or a runner under your supervision needs to run a number of laps, you can count down the laps, or you can count up. There are many different ways to use a bidirectional counter. And again, remember, you've got the zero function right there. We also have a chronograph that's a little bit inverted because this is the flyback here. Your start-stop is down at this part of the dial. And it's actually quite positive. It's a column wheel action, so very crisp. Here we have a panorama datum, or a large double-digit date, and you can see that the discs are flush, which is a feather in the cap of the company. There's a little pusher right there for adjusting the date, and there is a hacking or stop seconds function if you pull the crown out. Flyback action allows you to reset and restart without first stopping. Great for timing events that occur in rapid succession. And you can see that there's definitely a hierarchy to displays on this dial, with pride of place given to the running seconds, probably with a view to using this as some sort of a sports timer. And it is likely that if you're operating a counter to tally up or tally down, there's some sort of rapid fire sequence of events that you're observing. We have applied quarter Arabic numerals and polished rhodium-plated steel indices down at the bottom. You can see that we've got alpha-style hands, and we'll do a loom shot just to clarify exactly how much loom is here. And you might be surprised to see it's a fair amount. It's not hard to read the time. The superstructure of the seconds covers a combination of a running seconds dial, and then if you look off to the right, we have a premium instantaneous jumping minute display. Turning it all over, this is a masterpiece, 32.2 millimeters in diameter. You're looking at caliber 9601, automatic winding, 4 hertz beat rate, 42-hour power reserve. You can see the column wheel action right there along with the lateral clutch, and this movement is beautiful. Not only does it fill this rather large case back, but the combination of colors, textures, tones, materials, focal planes gives you a lot to see. We've got polished screws, we've got blued screws, we've got satin tops to steel structures, as well as polished tops to steel structures, rhodium-plated brass with stripes for the bridges and the rotor, engine turning on the base plate, mirror finish on the swan's neck fine adjustment mechanism. We've got a freehand engraved balance cock, and you can see the structure of the chronograph clutch right there. It is, just reorient here so you can see everything in action. A lateral clutch of the finest description. And actually, I have a Dotograph 25th anniversary here, side by side, having operated their column wheel actions literally in consecutive videos. This is better, in my view, in terms of how it feels and sounds, than the Dotograph column wheel. And that's a high standard. There's a lot to love here. Artisanally decorated, technically proficient, quite large. You can see it's a 72 jewel movement, very complicated, and adjusted in 5 positions, which is the high horology and chronometer standard. Again, 4 hertz beat rate and a 42-hour power reserve, flyback with a 50-meter water resistance rating, so more than a standard dress watch, though with a screw-down crown, you still don't want to necessarily test that as a swimmable watch, so splashes and rain exposure only. But the unique counter system is something the likes of which you don't often see. Richard Mille has played around with systems like this, but rest assured you're not getting into an RM for anything like the cost of this watch. For watchmaking that looks and feels on par with the Dotograph and similar modern-day East German high-luxury watchmaking street cred, this is a very rare watch. I see probably 10 Dotographs for every one of these. So reach out to Team Mosso at the 1916company.com for purchase and pricing details.